High-speed AI tools often hide a messy reality of fragmented workflows. You generate a script in one window, prompt images in a second, animate them in a third, and stitch it all together in a fourth. This constant application switching causes tab fatigue, breaking your creative flow before you finish a first draft. Today, we are going to bypass that friction. We will build a complete cinematic video from the initial idea to the final export using a single unified workflow. Our subject for this live build is a short piece titled How AI is Changing Creative Work. To create at the speed of these models, you must move away from disjointed pools and toward an integrated system where assets flow seamlessly through every stage. Traditional production follows a rigid linear path, from brief to strategy to post-production. Every phase is an isolated silo requiring a handoff. This setup collapses that line into a continuous loop where you ideate, generate, and refine simultaneously. Our first practical step happens in an AI text terminal. We use it to build a three-part storyboard focused on the future of creative work. We use text generation to engineer specific visual prompts and voiceover lines, locking in lighting and camera angles now so they are ready for the generation phase. In this infrastructure, text acts as the operational code. The words you type here directly drive the image and video outputs in the next steps. Next, we transition into the visual generation phase. We feed those engineered text prompts into the image model to establish camera movements and lighting. This is our first generated asset. It matches the prompt's requirements for a high-fidelity artist glowing in vivid orange against a blue sky. For the second shot, the text prompt controlled the level of motion blur. The model captures the fast-paced energy under the streetlights exactly as described. Finally, our third visual shows thematic and color consistency across our assets, maintaining the same warm palette and lighting style. We translate these static frames into video within the same workspace. The engine converts the image into fluid motion, keeping the volumetric light intact. Visual execution moves as quickly as your instructions can be parsed, removing the need for physical sets or separate software suites. Now we move to the audio refinement phase. We pull the voiceover lines we generated in step 1 directly into the timeline. We sync the sequence by layering the audio waveforms beneath our cinematic clips. This is where the iterative loop becomes efficient. If a video clip doesn't match the audio, simply highlight the text and regenerate the shot. Because the tools are connected, you run regeneration without exporting files or switching browser tabs. Assembly and refinement happen in the same workspace as generation, making the final edit a continuous part of the initial creation. Our assembly is complete. Let's take a look at the final 15-second cinematic piece we just built in the engine. Generating and assembling this sequence took minutes. Traditionally, storyboarding, shooting, and editing this level of fidelity takes several days. As tools become more powerful, the challenge shifts. Success in 2026 is less about generating media and more about managing these assets at scale across a unified system. Talent is the solution. It connects text, image, video, and audio into one environment, the Talent terminal. Powered by the proof of work ledger, its artifact lineage tracks the history of every asset, mapping your final video back to its original text prompt. Creators who manage their text, images, and video through a single, tracked infrastructure spend less time on manual asset management and more time on the actual design of the story. Click the link below to explore Talent, unify your workflows, and build your creative engine.